right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lampy28, and we welcome you to IVRL playoff group number 3 here on the, what is it, Radar?
On the road to the Miami Major. October the 1st, live on Miami. 4 teams compete for $35,000 in a landmark esport events.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, as Radar said, here we are. I'm Lampy28, Radar here as my beautiful co-caster, and it's a pleasure to have you behind the desk with us here and behind the microphone. As today we got an epic day today, and what bracket we got set up, and especially the first match, as you can tell above me there, right above me, we got Raptors versus Vanguard Gaming Platinum, and
they're wasting no time going into round 1. Wow,
we are jumping in, folks. Let's get into round number 1 with the full lineup. For Raptors, we have Soldier Z, Marksman, Messino, Raz, and Coach Kodith. And for Vanguard, Platinum, Shank, Mr. Robot, Rick Sanchez, Jordan, Anakin, and Kobe.
Folks. We've got at least one Mr. Robot not active right now. Looks like he's disconnected. So it looks like it's going to be a 4 versus 5 for VGP versus Raptors. Raptors, the Rayab team on defense with Colonists, the attacking team being VGP. Look, Mr. Robot coming to life. Somebody switched to the on switch on that robot. We're good to go with 5 versus 5. A spread coming out with 1 in the middle. We've got Shank in the middle with a predominant A spread pushing the A site. Meanwhile, Raptors still have an equal spread across the map, not giving up B site, not committing to an A defense.
Raz taking down number 1 there and getting another kill. Looking for it. Finds Kobe, but misses those shots. Kobe taken down.
Rotation slowly coming in now from Raptors. Sanchez missing shots on the back of Marksman. Just taken down by Coach. Marksman trips around on Kobe.
And just like that, Raptors taking round number 1.
Coach getting the 3K there. I mean, VGP's push was good, but they just lacked momentum. They got there. They had a good setup. They had numbers on site, but they just didn't push. And on pistol rounds, it's so important to be aggressive, in my opinion. Once you get that, like the go ahead, once the push begins in earnest, you need to be aggressive. Pushing is one, because pistols, guess what? They're not as easy to use as the SMGs and normal guns.
Exactly. Yeah. It's better to run in groups, run in numbers when you're running with the pistols.
Very similar lineup this time. We got a 4 looking for a main A push, with Shank slowly pushing up through the middle with Kobe, possibly looking to do an explosion out of the center. So while we're waiting for the action to kick off, the other brackets, we'll look at Team Vegan versus 7 Seas Anomalies. The Musketeers have a bye. Teku versus Dark Matter. Determined have a bye. Vortex versus Spirit Gaming. Napalm VR have a bye, and then of course Raptors and Vanguard Gaming Platinum, which is what you're watching right now. Looks like they got 3 now creeping into the center area.
Yeah,
they may do a fake
slower
push on A and then do a wrap through the middle to B with those 3, because they are pulling Raptors off B side. Having said that, trade goes off in the middle.
Messino grabbing Mr. Robot there as he stays near the objective, near the artifact zone. Looking around, keeping an eye on his flank protection there from mid.
Ooh. Sanchez, worth noting, has the puck. Went 1-on-1 versus Marksman there. If he'd been successful in taking him down, he would have got a free scan. Messino now on the cross angle. Gets taken down by Shank on the angle. Sanchez and Shank should be trying to pick up Pincer onto Marksman, but Shank's holding the middle ground. Sanchez hasn't got his gun up!
Nope, gun down. Marksman takes full advantage of that.
Round loss.
Shots coming out from Raz to finish stuff off on A side, as Raptors going up 2-0 here. Early lead as we move into round number 3 here on map number 1 here on group number 3 on the road to the Miami
Major, baby! So anyway, the first person view, etc. Is that we got the smooth motion now, right?
Yeah,
so if you show that off to the viewers, this makes the FPS view much less janky, less bouncy, and much easier to watch. And it's definitely something the casters and the camera work guys will be utilizing a lot more now.
Yep, I've been in first person the first couple of rounds here, and hopefully everybody likes it. Let me know if you like that more than the overhead. We want to give you the full experience of what these guys are going through and what they're looking at. And we're trying to do that here as the casting setup gets much, much better every week.
Yeah, every week. You love to see it. Great grenade from a friend right onto Mr. Robot there. Fortunately, it doesn't do... There's,
no team
grenades
killing.
do not do team damage, otherwise Mr. Robot would be in robot heaven right now.
And a really passive defense here and offense as soldiers, you know, taking shots through the cave area, just holding people back. But as you're seeing, you know, the teams are rotating now. They made themselves known into the B side, into the skate park, and now moving over towards the A side. Kobe.
I mean, you look at Raptors' defense, they kind of like a nice diagonal spread cutting off all pushes through the center. They've got confidence that A side isn't being pushed, so they've kind of set themselves up to collapse very quickly onto B side should the attack come in.
Yeah, and that's where the rotations need to come from. And
Kobe!
Wow, great reaction there by Kobe as he does take down one, you know, getting that utility out, but quickly getting back to holding that gun. Coach Cody coming through
it
the
looked
spawn.
like the timing was going to kill him, but like he managed to turn it around quickly. Oh,
what a flash by Coach Cody. Doesn't push it, no.
Shank and Sanchez both flashed on top of each other. A free kill. Doesn't matter though. Jordan Anakin against our soldiers one-on-one.
Soldiers turning back and running.
Anakin doesn't have the high ground. Soldiers, I mean, do they know it's Echo 1 or do they know they're against... Oh wow, time ran out.
Time ran out.
Totally was
that
not
is unfortunate. Anakin not paying attention to the clock at all there. And no help from the teammates, maybe. No real push as Raptors go up 3-0.
Round starting.
I mean, he was alone at that point. 3-0 at the moment. Raptors, the closest we've seen is Raptors coming down to 2 players, I believe, in round 2. So we're going to see VGP pick it up a little bit if they want to take map 1, because at the moment, Raptors are having a relatively easy time of it. Again, we're seeing the lack of momentum. We're seeing like a stop, start. They don't seem to... VGP don't seem to look like they've got the confidence right now to either commit or not commit. You know, they're not wrapping back. They're just kind of slowly pushing it. It looks like they have a plan and then kind of just dissipates. Mr. Robert Pining Messino in the middle ground. Early pickup now for VGP. Exactly what they need, but the refrag comes out from Marksman as Mr. Robot pushes in by himself. Kobe taking out soldiers on the B side. This is big. If they can down Marksman. Sanchez taken out by Marksman, though. He was the one with the puck. So close for VGP turning that around, but it's still a 2 versus 2 now with Shank moving around the outside. Takes down Marksman. It's 2 versus 1. Raz will have no choice soon but to push in. But Shank and Jord Anakin don't have the puck.
Not really working together here as a team. One's pushing they're creating 1v1s instead of a 2v1 with their numbers advantage there. You know, they had the great advantage. They had Raz, you know, tucked in, and they should have pushed together. Wherever they went, they should have pushed together instead of being so separated.
Or, you're absolutely right. They should be pushing together. Alternatively, he should have been, like, was it Rick? No, Jord Anakin should have held his ground there while Shank got the puck and did a plant and forced our Raz to cross the middle ground, right? You're already set up in the middle ground to catch anyone rotating.
Shank does have the puck, and he did give away his position by shooting through that glass. Now, Raz, well aware of his rotation to A, is going to just wait it. Like, he's got the time here to push. Try to get Shank off guard here.
Oh. And that's going to be an easy dismount. Listen, a better round from VGP, but a round arguably they should have taken rather than just on better. And it sounds harsh, and I should be more impartial, but the play we saw then should have been better. At this level, you're playing to go to Miami. That kind of play isn't going to get you there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and you know, hats off to the Raptors, like we mentioned earlier, on the defensive setup. They're not getting too aggressive. They're setting themselves up 1 on each artifact. You know, 3 basically in the middle, and just ready for those rotations whenever they need. Not trying to get too overpowered on one side just yet. It's about feeling out the offense too. You know, find out what kind of pushes they're making.
All right, looks like we have a lot of utility coming out on the B side. Nothing from either team finding each other yet. Have we seen a grenade kill yet?
I don't think so. I've not seen a grenade kill come out yet.
That blows my mind because I'm so used to seeing, you know, after Group 2, which, you know, all the top teams, well, a lot of the teams in Group 2 were just pinpoint nading each other at every level. And we haven't seen, like, you know, we are round 5 in. We haven't seen a single grenade kill yet, which Which
Mr. Robot going down there to a Marksman, and Marksman just doing those quick peeks. Mr. Robot holding that angle, and that's tough to do in this game. This is the game does not favor holding angles.
Check a Shank and Marksman! Oof, Marksman holding the angle again as you're saying it, sorry. Unfortunately, Shank slow peeked into his angle.
And great refrag there by Kobe onto Messino. Does have the control of B-side scanner right next to him. Will he pick it up? The rotation from the Raptors are coming in. Kobe, excellent job there as he picks up another.
Oh, Kobe's not going to be ready for Raz, though.
Oh, Raz. Nice shot. Beautiful shot by Raz. Good rotations. Great work by the Raptors. And just crashing. If they had a good count, you know, they knew only one left, and if they just kept crashing this guy and rotating on him, easy pickings.
What's the Raptors saying? Don't underestimate the Raptors, otherwise you'll get Jurass kicked.
I love that one. Yeah. Don't ever try to fight a raptor. I think it is. You get your ass.
Yeah. Well, close enough.
Jurassic.
All right, we are 6 rounds in. So far, VGP have come very close to taking a round or two, but Raptors holding them off quite convincingly.
Yeah,
Grenade comes in on Mr. Robot.
Just missed Mr. Robot. Shoulders trying to take him. Taking shots there from the back of sight. Motivation definitely in the favor of the Raptors as we are moving forward here. Kobe looking for Marksman. It's been a similar same setups for the defense, been the same positions, and Kobe and crew have been looking for him, but still haven't found a way to push past him.
Marksman time and time again holding an angle, and it's paying off for him. Like, you don't really see that so much in Vail, but it's paying off for Marksman time and time again.
Yeah, 4v4 still here. Great time. Coach Codith right around the corner from Shank.
Kobe soldiers trading out. Oh, Shank puts his gun down, but still manages to flick up and trade out with Marksman. Sanchez now should be using the momentum. Codith coming in could stop the uplink from Sanchez. Does he have backup? Yes, he does. Jordanekin makes some noise. Coach swiveling on him. Bullets into... Oh, no! Coach manages to come in straight into the back of Rick just as he just finishes uplink. It's 1 versus 1 now with the uplink in. We've got 39 seconds. Anakin needs to get his head down and use the force to take this one.
Yeah, Anakin doing a great job there, just trying to stay out of the line of fire, wasting time, because right now all he has to do is let that time run down, wait for Raz to try to defuse.
Oh, no!
Not enough time, but Raz does have plenty time.
I thought he was going to play Ring the Rosie with him. I thought he was going to run around, and that's what we call pod racing.
Pod racing.
Scan interrupted.
Early 6-0 lead here from the Raptors, and try to view some of them kill feeds for you guys as Marksman top shooter on that side and Kobe on his side running 8 and 6 so far. A couple people still straggling on the backside, but you know, everything helps there as a team as you do split up and you're guarding other angles, may not see as much action, but yet, you know, still contributing just as much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get memed out maybe for saying this, but again, the kills don't necessarily show your contribution, especially this early into the game. Yep. We're 6 rounds in, potentially a 21-round map, so, you know.
Comes great aggression here from the Colonists as they're pushing through the A site. And we haven't seen that yet. We've been seeing a more passive team so far. This time they are going to switch things up. They are going to try to get a little more aggressive. Raz trying to pick up 2 there as he does.
Raz picks up 2. That's great work from Raz.
Nice double. Jordan Anakin coming around picking up Coach Codith. Flash out.
Round lost.
And man, what a crash by the Raptors soldiers.
Yeah.
And Messino
all
left.
Over it. They didn't waste any time there. The attack came out. They didn't wait to validate it. They just charged straight in. They had a vibe. They went on the vibe. It worked out. It was exactly the right call from the rest of the Raptors team. Good collapse. Shut down the attack completely.
Yeah, that offensive push really did work there in the beginning. I think what they forgot to do is more or less spread out, and after they got site control, they just let the Raptors come in and start picking them apart one by one.
The thing is, as well, Raz stopped all the momentum because Raz took out 2 straight out the bat, and that really halted all momentum from VGP. I just want to point out, we are now 8 rounds in, and we still haven't seen a grenade kill yet. Oh!
There it is! You called it!
Who did
Messino.
Seconds later. Not even that, like half a second later? 1 second later? I don't know. Somebody clip that. It was just the timing of that was just too ironic. Messino taking out Robot. This line really working for Raptors. VGP not answering this line at all yet. We've seen Marksman taking the same line, Messino taking the same line, and every time they get a kill out of it. I mean, Soldiers is telegraphing where he is, and Kobe isn't able to pick off of that. Like,
yeah, still peeks it. No utility. Nice job by Soldiers there. Great work. It's another one. It's a two-piece there for Soldiers in the cave on B site. And all down to Anakin pushing through. Marksman here in the footsteps gets the great peek on him. And Raptors going up 8-0 here on map number 1. And this is a 3-map, best of 3 maps. So unlike the qualifiers that we had last month, now we are in the playoffs, best of 3, first to 11 on each map. And after 10 rounds, we do still have the old side swap where we go back to the pistols only.
Listen, it isn't over yet. Like in Group 2, we saw Boss Fight against Homeland Esports, and Boss Fight were up like 6-0, and Homeland managed to bring it back up to 8-8. So I know we're not quite there, but I'm just saying it's not over yet. VGP could still turn this around. It's not game over until that 11th point goes in. If you are new to Vail, obviously this is artifact mode. There are 2 artifacts, 1 scanner. The colonists have a single art scanner. They can attack either of the artifact sites. Rayab have to defend both sites until a scan comes in, basically. Once a scan comes in, it's a 45-second round for Rayab to shut down that scan. It doesn't matter about kills. Kills are pretty much irrelevant at that point. It's all about shutting down that scan.
And Soldiers just holding things down on the
range. You turn the puck upside down. There's marbles line up. You line up the marbles. And if you get it wrong, it resets that lineup. Oh, Mr. Robot and Messino, point blank range.
Messino getting a double. Nice job.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the mid-ground, Sanchez fighting 2. Oh, doesn't hear Coach come around. Coach picks him up. Gets taken down by Jordan Anakin.
Kobe not looking in the back as Soldiers grabbing that kill. Kobe was sneaking up on Soldiers. He knew he was there and just turned his back at the wrong time after hearing shots in mid. Unfortunate events there. But Soldiers back in the same position, looking for that last kill. Gets it.
I mean, they're not reading the Soldiers' position. Like, Soldiers is telegraphing where he is time and time again, and he's not getting punished for it.
And it's been the same setups. I mean, there hasn't been a ton of change for these guys. You know, Raptors are sitting in the same areas, you know, doing basically the same spots. And we haven't seen much of a, you know, a change up on that on the offensive side yet to that.
So I will say this, and this is no disrespect to VGP at the moment, but this could be teaching Raptors some bad things here, because the fact that they're not having to change it up, the fact that they're telegraphing and getting away with it, the fact that they're holding lines and getting away with it, could really bite them in the butt once they face, like, if they go up against a much more effective team in round 2. And again, VGP, no disrespect, but they aren't shutting down these telegraphs. They aren't working on these static lines. They're not punishing these what arguably I would call a tactical faux pas.
Yeah, pushing through B here as 3 of them coming through. Mr. Robot taking his spot again. Shank holding an angle once again, gets picked off there from Marksman as they're strafing through. Mr. Robot creeping up very slowly here, looking for Marksman. He's going to find Marksman. Messino knows he's there. And it's the same pushes. Same pushes.
I liked Marksman's... oh, wow, look at Soldiers and Sanchez. Point blank on each other. Sanchez has no idea. Oh, gets the 2K.
Wow, nice job by Soldiers. Great patience. Did you see that patience? Did you see him just sit there and wait? And he knew if he waited long enough, he could get 2 and not make his presence known too early. Amazing job.
Beautiful work.
Round lost.
And that's it. We go to the round swap with Raptors 10-0 ahead. We're going into a pistol-only round now, but they could close this out here. Close out map 1, taking it to map 2 with a lot of confidence. Let's see if VGP can get the first point on the board. They need this desperately. They're on the precipice of going down 0-1, and that's not where you want to be.
No, it's not. And, you know, whether you lose 11-0 or 11-10, it's still the loss of the map. So, you know, even going down, you know, let's say they lose this and they go down 11-0, they still have the ability to come back and win just as easy on the rest of the maps. So they just need to figure out what's going on, figure out their teamwork here, and grab themselves a couple rounds. Coach Koth and Shank right next to each other here around the dice area. Not seeing each other. They just come across, and what a grenade by Marksman, taking down 1. Rick Sanchez in the back looking for Marksman as well. Marksman going for another kill. Rick Sanchez in the smoke. Going to get taken down there by Coach Kodith, and they have a sight. Mr. Robot walking in closely. And Raz taking down that shot as well.
The robot has shut down. It's 2 versus 5 now as Raptors have taken the site. 1 versus 5. It is looking unlikely the VGP are going to get a point on the board on Kitty. Map 1. Anakin, the last one standing, takes the low ground, gets shot down by Marksman, and that is Raptors map 1, 0-1 in very dominating fashion. 5-man sweep. Flawless victory for them there in every sense of the word. 11-0, 5 men up on the last round. VGP's confidence is going to be dashed after that. Let's see if they can hold it together in map 2, which will be Ma.
Yep. And what I mean, take a look at the kill feed here as Marksman just running away with things on his side. 15, 5, and 3. And right behind him, Messino with 11. I think there was 3 guys there with double-digit kills. And, you know, the other side struggled a little bit grabbing those kills. It didn't look like much of a... the teamwork wasn't there. The communication didn't seem to be there. They seemed really, isolated and by themselves.
It's worth noting that the bottom Raptors kill had more kills than the top VGP kills.
That is very interesting, actually.
That's the highest fragger on VGP was 8, and the lowest fragger on Raptors was 9. So, I mean, the Raptors showing dominance in every sense. Like, the teamwork was tighter, the individual kills, skill seemed more effective if you look at the kill spreads. So VGP have got a lot to play for now. They're 1 point away, 1 map away from going straight out of this tournament in the first opening stages, and they will not be going to Miami yet. Oppositely for Raptors, going to be coming into the second map with a lot of confidence and an entire map buffer zone behind them. So
right, yeah, they're going to be feeling extremely comfortable, and hopefully that doesn't play in a negative fashion for them, as you don't want to go into a second map where you just dominated and thinking this is going to be easy, and let down their guard a bit and just go in and possibly get swiped yourself. So it's definitely something but Raptors, I mean, you and I both know Raptors from the Onward days. They are a very strong mental team. They know how to hold their composure. They know how to play this game and stay in it. So we're not expecting that to happen from them, but it does happen once in a while. You get really hyped up. You're like, man, that was an easy one. Let's just go in, have some fun, and all of a sudden, you're losing 10-0.
But ultimately, also, one aspect is we're not considering potentially is that Kitty and Ma are very, very different maps.
Very
right?
different.
Like they might be, there's a potential there that VGP will be a lot more effective on this, and Raptors might not be. Now, seems unlikely because the map lends itself more against to dynamic teamwork in my opinion, because you need, because of the size of the map and the wraparounds you need to be a lot more of a cohesive team. So going from map 1, it definitely feels like Raptors are that cohesive team. But let's not count VGP out just yet. They still have it to play for. They're not out yet,
We're going to get back into it here. Looks like they've already taken off on Mar. And let's get... But they are in map. They're already in round number 1 as we get back started. Does look like get all that focused on. Folks, sorry about that. We were talking too much and we were analyzing too much, and we forgot that they jumped right into map number 2 quickly. It does look like it is at a 2v2.
With the puck on soldiers. Oh, Mr. Robot, it's 2 versus 1 now in VGP's favor. 28 seconds now. Soldiers has the puck. He takes it to a 1 versus 1. He's going to go for the plant, and Sanchez is not in position to do anything about it.
Oh, wow, what a shot by Soldiers.
Headshots
what
for
a
days,
shot.
baby. Wow. Soldiers 3K in that opening round, pistol round. Again, VGP with the advantage, but again, it was a bunch of, what we saw was a bunch of 1 versus 1s rather than linking up. Easier said than done, obviously, in the moment, but.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is tough to do. What soldiers just did there on the objective, finding the way to, draw out the defender by, trying to plant, getting that sound out, and then coming back and, picking it back up, picking his gun back up, and getting that pistol shot. Oh, one tap too. Kobe going down. Looks like he did go down, possibly in the lava there, as he did kill himself. Messino right there to catch the guy coming off of the zip line. And Rick Sanchez and group getting awfully close here through Communications Center. Raz around the corner. And they do find Rick Sanchez and Shank. Anakin, last member up here on the A side. Pushing through.
Now, I will say that I argue that colonists have an advantage on this map. And we're seeing VGP arguably starting with a disadvantage. Now, the advantage isn't what it used to be. I still feel that colonists still have a slight advantage just because Site A and Site B are so far away from each other that, the wraparound, the retake can be quite time-consuming and complicated, especially if colonists set up ambushes on the way back, which we've seen a lot of top teams do. That said, I've been proven wrong constantly on this map. Despite I keep saying that, the better team takes it, like almost always, regardless colonists or Rayab, the better team takes it.
Like a few of the Raptors trying to push through the new tunnel there on A side, and joining Anakin has to be hearing these footsteps coming through, waiting for Raz and Messino to push. Rick Sanchez sitting behind the box there next to the artifact as well. Soldiers and Mr. Robot getting danger close to each other.
We're seeing a lot of this now where the colonists take the middle ground. They take the high ground, they take the middle ground, and they look for the picks before dedicating an attack. Now, yes, okay, our Raz and Messino are pushed up near the A site. Marksman being found by Kobe.
Yeah, a single shot.
Soldier's the one with the puck, though. I mean, usually the guy in the middle isn't the guy with the puck. Usually it's one of the people who silently set up, like we see Raz. Soldiers are the great Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful job by Soldiers there. Good awareness as he hears the footsteps. You know he's not on top of this catwalk with him. Finds another. Soldiers just running rampant here.
We're 2 rounds in and Soldiers is 7-1 right now. That's insane.
That is crazy. And what a job by Soldiers. Golly, 7-1.
Woof.
Is this his map? This could be his map, folks. And they're feeling it right now. The motivation is strong on the Raptors side. And VGP's got to be feeling it, and they need to just kind of take a couple deep breaths and figure out what they're doing and what they need to be doing differently here as we're moving on.
I'll be honest, if I was on VGP right now, I'd be doing a tactical pause so that everyone could regain their composure, have a second, talk it through, get your morale back up.
Definitely not a bad idea. Definitely be a good idea.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, those tactical timeouts aren't specifically just for tech issues, right? You have a timeout you're allowed to use.
You get 1 timeout per matchup, yep.
Looks like a B-side attack coming in from Raptors right now. Defense lies on Kobe and Mr. Robot's shoulders. However, we see Ray Sanchez and Shank both rotating round. Soldiers find Kobe, though. Sanchez picking the same line, but Soldiers is just in such a dominating mode right now.
My God, he is on. He is zoned in right now. Soldiers zoned in, also carrying the puck, going in for the scan as well. I mean, just doubling up on that. Doubling up on the kills, getting the scan. Just total confidence right there by Soldiers.
And it's all left on John Anakin's shoulders again for what feels like the 50th time. John Anakin is the last VGP standing. No any other site. He's against 5 Raptors. Everything is stacked against him. He's got 28 seconds. Realistically, he's got about 20 seconds to get to site. He's going to be called out by Marksman, the audio. Marksman stepping out to try and get shots, but he's already crossed that line.
Soldier's going to get a last kill, too. Just got lasers on him to finish it off. And wow, 10-1, double digits in round number 4 already.
Oh, wow. I mean, I feel bad for Soldier. At this rate, because it looks at the moment like Raptors are going to take map 2 cleanly again. Again, could be completely wrong. VGP could stage an epic comeback. There's only so many kills that Soldiers can get per round. If he wants to get his, past the 30 kill mark, he really needs us to go 10-10 aside, right?
Side swap.
VGP stacking everything on B site of the center, and they have no one on the A site, which is where the attack is coming. There's no defender there at almost. Soldiers and Raz throwing in utility, expecting to come up against any kind of defense, but there's no one here. It's a ghost town, and they've got a clean run in to get a scan. They just don't know it, obviously.
Yeah, they're going to be taking their time and clearing corners as they should be, not knowing exactly where these guys are at, but north of the beautiful smoke.
I mean, Soldiers is on site. He refuses to put the scan in because he just doesn't believe it's empty.
Yeah, he's trying to bait them out. He's trying to, get them to start moving. Anakin close by now.
I mean, VGP have the number advantage, 5 versus 3. They just don't happen to be anywhere near the scan site. They've got about 30 seconds to get there and disable, and they don't seem too bothered about it right now. Right now, they seem to be hightailing it. They've got about 20 seconds left to disable, but 3 Raptors on site, locking down every angle. Now 3 versus 3, Messino on the top ground. Gets taken down, but still, they've got about 5 seconds left to get a disable going. 1 down, 2 down, just hold down on Shaq's shoulders. He trades out, but he doesn't have time to disable.
Doesn't have time. No, he ran out of time there. Only 3 seconds left and runs out of time. Unfortunate events. Great push, though, by the defense. I mean, they finally got that. They just took a little bit too long.
Yep. Shaq so close to turning that round for VGP, getting their first point on the board in either map. But the time just wasn't on their side. If they'd attacked 3 seconds earlier, it could have been a different story. VGP 6 points away from getting knocked out of this tournament in the first round, which is definitely not what you want to see happen. Adversely for Raptors, very close to taking the first round, taking it to the second round. It's keeping them 1 step closer to facing off for that spot in Miami. Unfortunately for VGP, already down to 3 defenders with Kobe heavily damaged. Raptors all at 100% health right now. Wow, Sanchez on the top level, taken down by Coach Codith. Anakin quietly going around, takes down Messino. Instantly reflagged by Soldiers.
Round loss.
Been finding that last kill, and they're just picking them apart. They're drawing in the attention to one site and watching for the rotations, and then as the rotations come through, they're able just to pick those guys off in mid, and then I'll just start picking the guys off on site. And sorry about the scoreboard on the bottom. It does say the VGP on that side. Obviously, they don't have the 6 points right now. Raptors do, folks, but I'll get that fixed on our next intermission. Running through the ground floor, looking for Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot picking up a nice kill there, getting aggressive with that peek. And gonna get refragged here, but
is he though? I mean, he's got shots. He's cornered in.
Yeah.
Oh, gets the tactical smoke out. Gets a grenade on Coach, almost taking out Coach. Oh no, I take it back. Didn't do any damage to Coach. It must have been a friendly grenade. Mr. Robot looking for the Coach right now. Meanwhile, Marksman finding Shank on the back line. Kobe holding B site, taking down Soldiers. Wow, Robot taking down Coach. What an epic 1 versus 1 battle as Mr. Robot taken down eventually, but Robot's patience and repositioning working out for him there for a while. Meanwhile, the B site, they've got the puck. Now, again, if they've located the puck's location, which it looks like Kobe's done, all they have to do now is hold the puck. They don't have to hold either site. They don't have to fight for kills. They just need to hold this puck. If they can hold the puck, they get the point. And it's 1 versus 3 on Marksman's shoulders. So it looks like VGP might finally get a point on the board right now as the numbers and the situation are stacked against Marksman.
Kobe not here.
No idea.
Not hearing the smoke coughs, not hearing anything there as Marksman runs right up on him, also gets the scanner. And now it's only a 1v2. I mean, this is doable for Marksman. I don't know if he's got time for
does Marksman have time to do a rotate? Because that's like what he's trying to do. Yes, he misses the zip line.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Takes a 1 versus 1. What is going on?
This is insane.
Wow, Marksman could turn this all around. Sanchez needs to keep his head down. 10 seconds. Sanchez needs to hide till he hears that scanning. Now he needs to come in for the kill.
Oh.
Now he needs to hide again. He gets the kill and puts a point on for VGP. It's been done. They've broken the seal.
They got the momentum back, and that is what they really need. And that might put a little boot in their step, and just the momentum. That's all you need in motivation there.
Round starting.
Wow, Marksman almost clutching that for Raptors 1 versus 3 with time against him. Without the scanner, managed to almost bring it back. You love to see it, but VGP shutting it down, getting that much-needed first point on the board. Let's see if they can get that momentum started. They've turned the wheel. Now they just need to get some more force behind it and get that momentum train chugging to victory station. What a pun, baby!
Tight angle here from Raz as he's looking through that new tunnel and about to spot somebody coming through there. Lots of utility being used on the other side.
VGP not committing to a rotate as Marksman finds the first kill in the round.
Marksman in a dangerous spot here. He's got to look up and around in all different angles. Find himself tucked inside the containers here.
Sanchez got the angle cut down. Raz comes out pre-firing. Takes down Sanchez. Raz took some hits there, but it wasn't enough to shut him down.
Shank grabbing that kill.
Shank, the last man standing for VGP. They've got 1 point on the board. He's going to be hard-pressed to get one more on the board. This is a 1 versus 4 situation, and he is taken down by Coach. Coach Codith.
Now, Coach being a new member of the Raptors,
Get ready.
look like they are missing Rypick on their normal lineup. Coach Codith in for him and doing a pretty good job tonight as well. I mean, being a new member of the team, it's hard to get that it's hard to get that chemistry down too early. I mean, he's been around for a little while, but not as long as some of the original members have been. Early shots out from Marksman grabbing Mr. Robot. Soldiers looking down at Jordan Anakin, cannot find him. Lobs a grenade. Little arch on it, landing a bit short.
First pick of the map goes to Raz against Rick Sanchez. They are 4 points away from taking round 1 in the second map against VGP. However, VGP are not done yet, even though it is now down to a 2 versus 5 against VGP.
They completely got A-side here.
One thing I respect about Raptors is they are not underestimating this team. They're still showing them respect. They're still checking every corner. They come into the site, they've got a bunch of kills, but they don't just charge in like headless chickens thinking they've got victory in hand. They are taking this seriously every step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Shank being the only member here, you can look at the Raptors' defense, and they're all crouched down. They're all on different sides. They're just completely surrounding this artifact side and just waiting for a sound, waiting for Shank to make his move. 1v5 here. Almost an impossible situation for Shank. Time's running out.
Shank has about 8 seconds left to get on site and get it disabled.
Yep.
Even, it doesn't matter if he's 1 versus 5. Time is against him. He's now out of time. Doesn't matter what he does. Bullets find him first anyway.
Scan complete. Round loss.
Yeah, just, total domination here coming out from the Raptors, honestly. I mean, 2 people, 14 kills apiece. And like we mentioned earlier, Coach Codith, bottom fragging right now on the Raptor side is almost top fragging on the VGP side. So VGP, playing defense here. Maybe, defense on this map wasn't their strongest suit. And maybe we'll see some extra stuff here once they roll out.
Robot gets through the door as bullets whiz past him. One of them catching his shoulder, but not enough to put him down as a B-site commit coming out from the Raptors here. The rotate is real, but we've got Coach Codith again holding that mid ground, and also, nope, just Coach Codith holding for a wraparound. Takes Rick Sanchez down on the wrap.
Kobe right behind him, doesn't see him, and still in a gunfight here. Kobe not hitting. Oh my gosh, one-handed Marksman grabbing that kill, and unfortunately
on a slow reload there. Do you know what's really interesting? I just realized pretty much everyone in this match, all of Raptors are taking Mark 18s, which I don't know. Yeah, good for the mid ground, but the AC9 Pro and the Vector much better for the site pushes. So interesting loadouts from Raptors. It's working for them. There's no doubt about that. But
yeah, I mean,
not what I expect to see.
The Mark 18 is like a laser for the most part, and
yes.
This is a longer map, so I can see why they want to take it. But it also plays as a very short map, once you get into those tight quarters. So, those
for the people
SMGs,
taking the mid ground, I totally get it. But we're seeing Raz and Messino often going in the tight areas. A
Wow, what a
Marksman
nade.
with a
Beautiful nade.
Boom,
My
shakalaka.
goodness.
That puts VGP immediately down to 4 players. They are just 2 points away from getting knocked out of this tournament. The commit to A site is real. They are 4 versus 3, so they have the potential here, if they can keep the momentum up, to take the site, get the scan in, and force Raz, Marksman, and Codith to rotate. They need that momentum. The longer they wait, the more the numbers will start to stack against them, even if they get another kill and bring it to 4 versus 4 on the map.
Oh,
This is the pistol round. It's all about
rotation.
speed and severity. Codith taking the advantage back to Raptors now.
A non-zipline rotation here, so trying to stay a little bit quiet here, but a little bit longer to make
That's
that
what we
rotation.
need to see from VGP. Some dynamic plays. They are not giving up. They aren't just committing. I think the rotation has been called out. Marksman moving to a position where he can try and cut down this path that Shank is taking. Drop shot from Marksman doesn't quite hit the mark. Shank and Marksman trading bullets though. Rotation now from Raptors coming out. A double rotation would be what VGP
what a
needs to do.
shot. What a headshot from Marksman there. Seeing each other through the glass and both trying to get that headshot. Shank on the outside here, running across from the ground floor. Looking to come in. The only problem coming in here is the glass. It's impenetrable.
What?
Marksman, another beautiful headshot. Single shot again.
Didn't even waste the bullet. Didn't waste the bullet. 1 shot, 1 kill. Good night, Gracie.
Can he do it for a third time?
Just disgusting. Just disgusting play from Marksman there.
There's nothing worse than being killed by a pistol, but only being killed by 1 round. And time has run out.
Wow.
And, I mean, dang, Marksman. Way to show off in front of the world.
Filthy. Filthy.
Round starting.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. VGP 1 point away from going home. Meanwhile, Raptors alternatively 1 point away from taking a to map 2. Well, sorry, round 2. It's a long road for Raptors. Even if they take this victory now, they're nowhere near done on the road to the Miami Major. They've got a lot of teams to overcome still if they want to be seen live on stage, fighting for that chunk of that $35,000 prize pool. Meanwhile, VGP very close to seeing all dreams of going to Miami torn to shreds. Marksman tipping that scale a little bit further away from them now as Shank taken down.
Beautiful job by Kobe on the catwalk there. A nice peek.
Marksman breaking the 20 kill barrier. 21 kills. Soldiers on 15. Jordanican and VGP Kobe. The last 2 remaining. 2 versus 3. Can they keep their team in the running or not? It's all on Mr. Anakin Soldiers. He's got no health. He's got no teammates. He's got no points on the scoreboard. This is not the end, but it's close.
And it's all coming down to, like you said, Jordan Anakin here on no health basically whatsoever. He's probably got 3 HP or less here. Running through.
And check it out. Raptors closing down the puck. They are playing exactly right. They've identified where the puck is. They've got cross sections on it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Raptors take map 2. They take the first round in qualifier 3. 1 step closer to Miami right now. And that's it for VGP. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, VGP, this is a one-shot playoff here. 1 loss and you're out. And, you know, unfortunate events for them, but they went up against a very strong team with the Raptors there. And the Raptors sitting in good comforts there as they go 11-0, 11-1, and on their way to the second round.
Yep. Great open match. Hopefully, I wonder if there'll be any other matches still ongoing that we can jump into maybe.
Folks, stick with us as I am Lampy28. That is Radarhead, and we'll be back on this quick intermission. We're going to check some other matchups, see if there's anything going on live still. Otherwise, we'll see you in round number 2. And make sure you're checking out IVRL 2 on the other Twitch channel so you can watch Trip over there casting and showing us all that beautiful stuff. But until then, we'll be back, folks. Stick with us.